The heat that's raining down from the skies in the air right now is making me think about burning and letting go. And how powerful it is to just give something up to the heat. Something that's too much. Something that has so much energy. Let me reel this back. How much do I want to say? I have this energy that I'm carrying in my body that's an old, it's old, and it's hanging out from probably all the way from when I was 16 to 35, I guess. I'm 35 now. And this energy is something that feels too much for me to dismantle on my own. Yet something has to be done about it. Something has to be done with it. Because I think I'm holding on to something and it's continuously backing up, backlogging. Kind of how a pipe backs up with sludge over time. And then that starts to cause other things to break down. And I even have the space and awareness to let the stuff come up now because I've quit my job and I'm not in survival mode so much every day. I'm just able to exist and let my body relax and react as it sees fit, as I see fit. So the heat's been really getting to me lately. For the past week and a half, and just exhausting. And so I put myself out in the elements today, into the woods, into the heat, into the aggravation, agitation of the mosquitoes and the bugs. And that's what was coming to me. Fire. And that actually it is just that easy to let something go into the flames, into the fire, not without having held on to it for so damn long and start to identify with it and attach to it. That's been a really long process. It's easy to say, just give something up to the flame and let it go. But I'm at the point of realizing that I don't and can't do anything else with this by holding on to it. And what's looking at me in the face right now is death, fire, ashes, transmutation of material. Death must come before rebirth. Death is necessary before rebirth. The rebirthing process can begin in tandem at the same time that a dying is rising to the surface, but the dying has to see itself out all the way through to the end for the rebirth to be fulfilled. And spring is a great indicator of rebirth. But there's something that happens after spring. The heat. The heat that descends upon us, that like if anything else was lingering, that shouldn't be alive anymore throughout that birth of that spring, it's going to suffocate when that heat comes. And the rest of that dying off is going to happen, or should happen, or needs to happen, for the fullness of life to come through in a rebirth, in a spring. And that's what I realized today on my walk in the woods. And also remembered how important it is for me to be in the woods and connected to nature and in process. It's a place of processing. Because the cycles are everywhere around in the woods, in nature. And we are nature. And we're not above that process. But we can get disconnected from it. And I know I had gotten disconnected from that process by residing in a cave. And the cave was necessary for the time that it was. But emergence into the light is also a stage that's necessary. Emergence into the sun, into the heat, to burn away the karma, if you want to call it that. Burn away the sins that are too big for me to even think anymore that I can or want to hold on to. It is possible to just give it up. Give it up to God. Give it up to the flame. Give it up to the fire. But again, I'm going to say that is not without holding on to it for so long and thinking I could process it, or processing it to the extent that I could. Attachment to it. And I believe I'm at a point of realizing that I want to and I can just give up the rest of it. Choose to be born. Choose to die. So what is a good death? What does it mean to die? How can we die well? How can we die good? How can we die greatly? Giving up what we're holding on to as a sacrifice to the new life.